This is not an old video. This is a new one of yet another heinous individual.
Money. Uh-oh. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I don't know what to do. And the problem is, I can't discuss this with anyone I'm close to for privacy reasons. I've been with my wife, Andrea, who's 48, and my stepdaughter, Cassie, who's 17 for 8 years now. I love them both to death, and Cassie is a very brilliant young woman. Recognizing her potential, me and Andrea decided to put together a college fund for Cassie so that she wouldn't be crushed by debts. Over the years, it's amassed to $200,000. Cassie's aware of this, and she's banking on it since she's trying to get into Ivy League. To make a long story short, last week I found out that almost $170,000 of the money was missing from the account. I freaked the F out and asked Andrea if she knew anything about it. She teared up and said that she had been spending the money over the years to fund her spending habits. She described herself as a shopping addict, and the money from Cassie's account was just too tempting not to use. She didn't make excuses, but offered no solutions. As stated before, I was beyond furious. She ruined Cassie's chances at going to college debt-free and has changed the trajectory of her whole life. I asked her to stay with her sister while I tried to figure this out. Cassie was concerned about why her mother was leaving, but we just said that we needed a little bit of space. I asked Andrea to come back home yesterday, and we had an extremely long discussion about how to handle this. She stopped me from talking and asked a favor of me. She asked if I could take the fall for her. For context, her and Cassie don't get along for a variety of reasons, and knowing how independent Cassie is, she might leave her mother's life. In fact, me and Cassie get along very well, and she comes to me for a lot of her issues. Andrea fears this will permanently drive Cassie away, and she doesn't want to lose her. I told Andrea that before we even talk about that, she needs to acknowledge her mistake and own it. She needs to go to individual therapy. We need couples counseling. She needs to find a shopaholic support group, and also I'd be controlling the finances from now on. She said those terms were steep, but fair. I said that she had to tell Cassie what she did, apologize, and hope for the best. She refused and said that she could never lose Cassie. She said that I could survive the mistake, but she couldn't. I told her that to even consider me taking the fall, she needs to agree to my terms. I don't know what the hell to do. The last thing I want to do is lie to Cassie, but I don't want Andrea and Cassie to split up forever. And the worst part about this whole thing is that Cassie's life is ruined either way. And I don't know how to replenish the money other than maybe borrowing from my 401k. Reddit, do you have any suggestions? Divorce is always an option, but I love Andrea despite her mistakes, and me dating at age 52 is next to impossible.
Well, you find them, don't you? I mean, the cream of the crop here.
Every time I keep thinking, boy, nobody can dig deeper. $170,000.
She wants him to take the fall for her.
There is a part two to it, which I don't think I'm going to play it because it's doesn't fill in a lot of gaps. It doesn't give you, but basically the part two is they sat down. Okay, there is something that's kind of strange to me. It kind of threw me off. It really kind of threw me off. So the daughter is actually the dad's stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
The daughter is actually the mom's biological daughter. Do you understand in a certain formality to me how bad you have to be where you're closer to the step parent than the biological parent? And I have to even make it throw it even a little further. The biological mother. You're closer to the stepfather than your own biological mother.
I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
Mm-hmm.
So Basically, they did sit the daughter down and explain everything to her. The daughter flat out just said, "You know what? That's it. I don't want nothing to ever do with you again." Talking to the mother,
Mm.
I don't want no money from you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want anything to do with you forever. She's done.
I
She's so,
understand.
she's somewhat, and I have to add this to the story because it speaks volumes. She somewhat got mad at the stepfather because the stepfather did say that at one point the mother asked him to take the fall, and she got mad at him going, well, she got mad at him because the stepdad said, "I was thinking about it for a while," and she got mad at him saying, "I wouldn't have believed it if you said it anyway. I
Hmm.
wouldn't believe the word that would have came out of your mouth if that was the issue, and I would have been mad at you for taking the fall from her." So the mom's gone. She's gone indefinitely over to the mom's house. She's calling every once in a blue moon, leaving voicemail messages. "I'll do anything. I'll do whatever you want. I'll do blah, blah, blah. I'll give the money back. I'll clean up the house. I'll have sex with you." I have no idea where that one came from. Like, oh my God, lady, you need help. Now,
Wait,
yeah,
But that's
I,
her husband, wouldn't she? Never
I
mind.
know. She was the one that threw it in there. That's why I looked at like, okay,
oh,
you're
that's okay. Okay.
I thought you meant
with
the
the husband,
stepdaughter. I'm
Adam,
like,
with
dang,
the
girl,
Me
that's
husband,
not.
too.
I was like, girl, you ain't got to get revenge like that. It ain't
with,
that deep,
with
girl.
the
No.
husband, Adam, with the husband.
Hmm. Okay.
So, so
Getting facts straight is very important.
words are very important. Oh God, this is wow. It's
But parents do this. They have all the good intentions in the world of saving up for their child's college fund. It's not $200,000, grant you, but it's a nice chunky change, and they dip in it and dip in it and dip in it, and then it's gone.
Even if it's 10,000, 20,000,
2,000, 5,000.
two. Yep.
but and that would be understandable if you could literally tell me, "Look, we are behind on the mortgage.
Yeah, it's like, well,
I lost my job and everything." You can't explain to me because another part of the story was, yes, she literally spent money on
Child.
Louis Vuitton,
oh, will
on
she be selling that stuff? Girl,
buying, buying a Mercedes because her friends was picking on her Lexus.
Uh, 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 uh.
they gonna buy the car for her?
No. So the deal was, because one of the questions I had that he did address was, everybody kept saying, "Dude, did you not see the stuff she was getting?"
Yeah, did he see it?
Because at one point the conversation was, "Dude, where is the stuff? Like, if
Right.
you're not seeing something, she
Where
ain't
is she
seeing
parking
it."
this car?
In a storage bin.
Okay, so this is what the story was. The story the husband was saying was, she has a good job. So when she was getting these things, it was like she was getting these things because they were on sale and things like that, and she was buying it. So he wasn't paying close attention to. And he admitted, he thought when she got the Mercedes, she thought that was leased. No, she bought the
But he
Mercedes.
didn't think, gee, let me look in this college balance so I can see how much is in there. Like, you know how they mail these little things called bank statements? And you know they sometimes you can get them either online or
Or
you can get,
online banking. Yep.
yeah,
You
Yep.
would
you can get them
never,
online and then be like, why is the money missing?
because here's the deal.
He's stupid.
It's sad. It's sad for me to say this. It's sad for me to say this, but here's the deal on a lot of that stuff.
You're watching.
We never think your significant other would do it. We're not talking about, oh my God, why did you take $50 out of my account? We're literally saying you took $170 that was
$1,000.
allotted, $170,000 that was allotted for your biological daughter to go to college so she can have a clean, fresh start when she graduates.
No,
So
she's gonna have a
no, you
1 year
would
start.
never think that she would go in and do that.